Private tutors actually make mistake, and I'm pretty sure after this video some tutors are definitely going to come after me. Hello everyone, and welcome to Moments with Miss Anne. Guys, first of all, if you are yet to watch the previous video I dropped on Valentine's Day, tagged all about Valentine, you really need to go back and watch it before you watch this very video I'm dropping down for you. So guys, if you've not done that, do yourself good to watch that video, or probably after watching this video, don't hesitate to go back and watch that very video. To my newly joined subscribers, thank you very much guys. I don't know how to thank you enough. And to those of you, my constant supporters, thank you very much for showing me the love. Thank you very much for everything. I am super happy to be here again. So guys, today I will be talking about the mistakes private tutors make. Yeah, private tutors actually make mistake, and I'm pretty sure after this video some parents will be super sensitive about the kind of person they employ as their child's private tutor. And I know some tutors are definitely going to come after me but still, I'm going to highlight the mistakes private tutors make. First of all, let's get to understand who a private tutor is. A private tutor is a person who gives one-on-one educational assistance to a learner, and this could be done virtually, that is online, or physically. Now, for better understanding, a private tutor is that person you call a lesson teacher, you call home tutor, you call whatever name you call. So now you know who a private tutor is. Let's move to the mistakes private tutors make. Number one, teaching without curriculum. Because of how rewarding private tutoring is, almost all educators want to jump into it. What am I even saying? Even those who are not educators want to take up this job because it's rewarding and it doesn't take your time. How? If you are to teach in a school, you need to resume in the morning, go to work, and close probably 4 in the evening period. But as a private tutor, you don't need to resume that early, running pretty early in the morning to school. No, as a private tutor, you go to teach your own time, and that happens probably in the evening period, aside homeschooling. That happened in the evening period. So almost everybody wants to jump into the job. Like, yeah, almost all teachers don't like writing lesson notes, and then when they see a job of private tutoring, they just hop into it. Now, here is the mistake. The mistake is teaching without a curriculum. I was watching a particular, so to speak, tutor who was teaching a child, and then she just told the child to come after teaching the child math. She just thought of a topic in English, to the child English, and then the next thing she did was to teach spelling because she was out of what to teach that very child. Obviously, all she was teaching was from her head. Now let me make you clear. Let me explain better. What private tutors most do is, if I'm teaching in a school and I'm taking grade 2 in my own class, and peradventure I got a job to teach a child who is not doing very well in his or her studies, to teach a child, and that very child is in grade 2. What most educators do is, since they are teaching grade 2 in their own school, they just pick up some topics they've taught their own children and go to teach to such child, which is not supposed to be done. Like, they just sit down and think of topics they assume a grade 2 should know, and they just teach, which is not supposed to be done. And let me tell you why I said so. Because every school have their own curriculum. Yeah, we have the British curriculum, American curriculum, Nigerian curriculum, Montessori curriculum, EYFS curriculum, a lot of curriculums like that. So why will you, as an educator, teach a child what you assume the child is to know? That is a no. It shouldn't be done. And I'll tell you why I said so. Before you were employed as a private tutor, that child was probably lagging in class, and the parent wanted somebody to brush up the child in order for the child to do better. So you don't just teach the child out of what you know. Now, what do? I actually have a tutoring agency, and what I tell my team members is that you don't just go to a child's house and teach what you know. No, as a professional tutor, what you ought to do is to request for the child's curriculum in the school. Before I accept a job from any parent, I ask, first of all, what school do your child attend and what curriculum do they use? These are very key things to look out for. So if you've been making that mistake as an educator, probably just teaching what you know, please stop that. What you need to do is get to your client, ask for the child's curriculum so you can walk in line with the curriculum. And yes, it will not be pretty easy to get their curriculum because not all schools releases that, and this is because, number one, because of duplicates. Some other people get their a school curriculum and duplicate it. So because of duplicates, they don't give. And sometimes they give. If you are able to cajole the child's teacher, you will definitely get it. So all you just need to do is request for the curriculum. If they cannot give you the curriculum for the term, they should be able to give you weekly. So you just get the curriculum so you will know what to teach the child and what the child is to study next in school. Like, it will be pretty good if you can teach ahead of that very child. So tutors out there, if you've been making that mistakes, picking up jobs and just teaching without asking for curriculum, please stop that. Number 2 is have a lesson plan. Yeah, most tutors are going to chop me raw for actually saying this, but the truth is you need to have your lesson plan. Almost all educators don't like writing lesson notes. Like, they feel kind of like the work is cumbersome on them, so why should they still write lesson notes, something like that. And let me tell you the truth, I also did not really like it when I was teaching in the school, but I needed to write it because it is a must to do so. So now, because of lesson notes issues, you see people are accepting more of private tutoring job because they don't want to write lesson notes. So if you're having that mentality, please stop it, and I'll tell you why I said so. I actually do more of private tutoring jobs. Like I told you earlier, I have a tutoring agency where we link learners with professional tutors. So initially when I started it, what I do is I don't have a lesson plan. I don't go with lesson plan. I just go to client's house and then use my cell phone. Yeah, my client would have already sent me the curriculum for the term, so I know what to teach. So what I do is I'll just go to the client's house, have my children already seated with me, and then I pick up my cell phone to check what I am to teach for the day. And when I just see the topic to teach in my curriculum, I will just teach from my head. And if I don't want to teach from my head, probably my head is not doing me more good, what I will just do at that same moment is to do what? Pick up my cell phone and go online, searching on how to teach that very topic. Whoa! Now let me tell you why I said you should not do so. Because when I was doing all these things, I realized that, number one, I was unable to meet up with my tasks for the day. I would have planned in my timetable that, okay, this is what I want to teach today. I want to drill them. I want to go for spellings. I want to teach this. But I noticed I end up not doing that. And that's, it doesn't make my work fast. I noticed also that prior to the child learning in school, in class, I ought to have taught ahead of the school. But I noticed there was a kind of, slow movement in that aspect. It was not going as I wanted to go. And moreover, it is not professional just getting prepared when you are in a client's house. When I noticed I was unable to meet up with my tasks for the day, and I was unable to, teach the kids as much as I wanted to teach them, I had to sit back and think of means of trying to make my work easier, and then I thought of lesson notes. Like, you cannot run away from lesson notes. So I got home and I checked my curriculum for the term. Then I wrote my lesson notes on each topic. After writing that, it helped me because I would just go to my client's house. I already have what to teach, so it is pretty easy for me. And I noticed that at the end of the day, I meet up with my task. Most teachers are going to be like, why will I be taking a child privately and still writing lesson notes? Please, you have to do this. And to those people who are actually teaching in a school but still take up private tutoring job, yes, you need to write it. You need to write your lesson notes, as this will help you, because if you don't, you in return will not like the outcome. So that takes us to the third one. The third mistake we make is having this mentality that our job as a private tutor is just to teach, which is not supposed to be so, which is why I'm tagging number 3 as transforming lives. So as a private tutor, you should know that your work is beyond just the private tutor. You are there to make impact. You are there to transform the life of the children you have under your tutelage. Now let me talk about myself. I remember previously when I started this tutoring job, and I used to feel, is it not for my child to know the maths? Is it not for my child to know the English? Is it not for them to know how to spell? So that was all what I had in my head. And yes, I was making the impact in that aspect. Like, yes, my kids were doing very well, but I noticed in other aspects they were not doing so well. All I wanted was for my kids to be knowledgeable, to build their confidence level. I know all of those aspects, but I never knew that personally I was a role model, because yes, I spent time with these kids. I never knew I was a role model. That is, they were looking at my life in so many ways. I do teach my kids never to use objects to pick out things from their ear. And you know, one time I forgot myself. I was with them and I used my pen and I was taking off dirt from my ear. And she said, Miss Han, but you told us not to do this. So why are you doing this? So you know, after that very day, I had no response to give to the girl, because I was obviously wrong, like teaching what I was not doing. So that made me intentional with my life, and that made me realize that as a private tutor, you are more than just a tutor. You have more works to do. Like, your kids are looking out your kind of personality, what to pick from there. So you have to be intentional. Beyond that, beyond academics, look out for their well-being. How is their social life? They need to be a balance socially, mentally. They need to be a balance also in all aspects. So that should be what you are looking out for. Like, social etiquette, they need to be taught. Just look beyond just teaching your kids and then getting the math and English. Like, you have a lot of work. Most tutors actually have that mentality. So if you are like me, or no, not like me, if you were like me, oh no, I was once like that, but I'm not anymore. So if you have this mentality I once had, please stop it. As a private tutor, look beyond just a tutor. Look into making impact and transforming the life of your student. Imagine how happy you will be when you see that child you once tutored out there making global impact. Imagine how happy you will be. You even be like, I taught this child. So look out for transforming the life of the child. Fourth mistake private tutors make is establishing close relationship with students without making boundaries. Yes, I know you want to be close to your child. Yes, I know you want them to be so free with you to be able to talk about some personal things or how they feel, express their feelings to you, and much more like that. But beyond that, make sure the relationship you are trying to make or you are creating with your students, there is a boundary to it. If there is no boundary to it, trust me guys, you will be totally drained. Like, drained. And I'm saying it for the third time, drained. I know why I'm saying that, because as an educator, that happened to me. I wanted my children to be free with me, to be able to, like, they should be free to speak, express their thoughts, express their feelings with me. And I never kept boundaries. Like, I never made boundaries to such relationship, and trust me, it led to a lot. Not only was I drained, it also led to them disrespecting me. So as an educator, as a tutor, make sure the relationship you're trying to maintain with your child, there is a boundary to it. If not, you will get disrespected. So in as much as you want make them feel free with you. Also bear it in mind that there should be a boundary, and if that boundary is not set, you will be disrespected, and I'm pretty sure you will not want to be disrespected. I know there is a stage you will get to, you will not be able to control it, because the kids will not start seeing it as you not liking them. They will feel like you are mean to them or something like that. But if that boundary was created initially, they will understand that, oh, this is acceptable and this is not acceptable. If you've been making that mistake of creating relationship with your students without boundaries, please stop it now. And if you already have such, like you have such students who doesn't respect you, please, you can create the boundaries now. Though it might not be as easy as it sounds, but trust me, you can still do it. Thank you very much for staying tuned till the end. Thank you for listening to me, and if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel before I leave, don't tell me you don't like this video. You like this video, click on the like button, turn on your notification bell, and yeah, feel free to share it to all educators. Yes, all educators need to see it. Share the video, share it on your Facebook page, on your Instagram page, all social media. Share it, because somebody out there needs to see this video. Thank you very much, guys, and I love you.